What's good, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. My name is Dylan and this is my review for the Kobo Clara HD. So first off, let's address the elephant in the room. This device is actually 2 years old. It was released in 2018, but why then would I still want to have a e-reader? If you guys know me, I love books, but because we are living in an apartment, we are limited on space and our bookshelves are pretty full. So with the turnaround of how many books I want to read, it's actually really useful to have an e-reader. This e-reader is a great portable size and I like the fact that you can carry a bunch of books with you, just toss it in the bag, have them on the go without actually having to lug around a bunch of books. Especially now that we're always stuck in the house, it's always nice to have some off-screen time, so an e-reader is a great option for that. My number one question when I was looking into e-readers was basically, should you choose a Kobo or go with Kindle? Personally, I have a huge library of epubs, just basically digital files of books on my computer. I used to read them on my computer, on my phone all the time, but like I said, I wanted an e-reader to basically reduce the amount of screen time that I have. While you can upload files directly to the Kindle, Kobo actually supports it natively, meaning you don't need any additional programs or have to do anything to your files to get them onto your device. So that was the biggest selling factor for me, was that I was able to upload EPUB files directly onto my Kobo, and that basically sold me on Kobo over Kindle. Once I got the device, I was introduced to something that was even cooler that I didn't even think about. There's an app called OverDrive which basically allows you to borrow books from your public library. I know in the States that Kindles do support it, but for Toronto specifically, the only device that Toronto Public Library supports are Kobo devices. So having that could be a game changer, especially if you don't really know which books you want to purchase. Being able to borrow them from the public library first is a great way to be able to test out a bunch of books before you actually purchase them. So for me, those are the two main features that have sold me for Kobo over Kindle, and I would definitely recommend people that are new to e-readers that a Kobo device is a great option to take a look into. As for the specs for this device specifically, this is the Kobo Clara HD. It was released in 2018, but all of the specs still hold up for today, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's a book and you don't need that much to run it. So this device has a 6-inch screen with 300 ppi. Basically, all that means is that it reads like a sheet of paper. The size is good because it's pretty much the same size as a regular book. The battery life is great. It's 1500 milliamp hours, which just means that you can have it for a few weeks without ever having to actually charge it. The device has an 8 GB memory, which means that you can store about 6,000 books, which is way more than enough that I'll ever need. And that's good enough for me. As for the design, it's got a gridded back and it's got the power button and a micro USB connection at the bottom. The micro USB connection is super key because that's how I upload my files from my computer to this device. The device is also super thin and easy to hold. Other than that, it's a great device. I have more specs linked in my blog post down below, so if you want to check that out, you can do so there. Something else that I found super important for the use of this device was including a case. Kobo has an interesting case that is designed for the Clara HD, and it's basically this fold-out case. While it makes sense in theory, in reality it doesn't work the way that I expected it to. I find that holding it like this doesn't really feel like a book, so in respect it seems like I haven't used it as often as I'd like. So my thought process was, if I purchased a new case, maybe I'll use it more. And thankfully I was right. So this is the case that I bought on Amazon. It's just a generic case and I think it's around $12 to $13 on Amazon, which actually opens and closes like a regular book, and I found that to be a game changer on how often I use it. Other things that you'll find interesting on this device to make your ease of life easier are the software features. So basically you can customize all of the on-screen controls for Kobo on how you'd like to use the device. I have it so that you can swipe between pages and you can pull up the menus by just touching in the middle of the screen. This makes the ease of use a lot easier, so you can find what's most natural for you. Other key features of the software of Kobo is being able to control the light and the tone of the screen. So as you see here, we can control the brightness of the screen and we can also control the tone. Basically, the sun's used for daytime reading and the moon's used for nighttime reading. Being able to control the tone helps to reduce the amount of blue light that your eyes will absorb, and in respect, it'll be better for your eyes and also better for your sleep. Another key reason why I prefer EPUBs over everything else is that you can control the font size, the font face, and the letter spacing. Something else that's really cool is that Kobo has stats to tell you how much of a book you have left to read and where you are in the book based off of the chapters and whatnot. Other than that, they still have all the typical features that you'll find in an e-reader. Basically, you can highlight text, make notes, bookmark pages, and just basically be able to search through the book as if you were to use it anywhere else. The Kobo store is great. It's super easy to use to search for a book that you want to purchase, but I love the fact that you can borrow books through OverDrive, just connecting with your local public library. Other than that, I think this is a great starter device to get people into e-readers. If you're super interested in books or just want to test them out, the Kobo Clara HD's got what you need, and it's super lightweight, it's easy to use, easy to carry, and I've loved using it since we've gotten it. That's my review for the Kobo Clara HD. Let me know what you guys think about it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.